Hi, this is Lorraine, and I'm doing another video. If you'll give me a second to clear, center, and balance my energy, we'll get started. So I feel like I need to start this video just by going over what I discussed in the last two videos, which is just really quickly, karma is encoded in our DNA. It emanates our karmic energy or our karmic debt or our karmic state of balance where we're at is carried in our DNA, and it emanates from that DNA, and it therefore emanates from our energy field. Okay, so our karmic debt or our karmic state is encoded not only in the divine consciousness, which is our consciousness, it's also encoded in our DNA and our energy field. And these three places are interconnected. They can't be severed. So even if you remove DNA from the equation, the karmic information is still encoded in our consciousness and in our energy field. Okay? So if wherever we move that consciousness, and I'm thinking of Zeta Reticuli right now, or the Greys, I guess they call them the Greys too. If you transfer your consciousness to another energy, another person, another storage system, okay, whatever that storage system is, if you move that consciousness into another storage system, because my physical body is where my consciousness is stored, okay, your karma is still carried in that consciousness to that alternative storage system. Okay, and then that energy, then that storage system emanates your energy field. Okay, your karma through your energy field. Okay, and I just felt really strongly that I needed to say that before I started this video, or before I started this reading the information that came in this week. So I'm just going to start with March 18th, 2024. When we live from the ego, we are living from separation. The most powerful means to keep us restrained, separated from our true divine selves, is to keep us rooted in our ego, to keep us living from our ego. Fear, anger, trauma keep us rooted in the ego. The state of mind of someone living from fear, anger, trauma is rooted in the mindset of feeling alienated, mistrust, lonely, separate. This is the story that the ego tells us. The ego tells us that we are separate. The ego tells us that we are lonely. The ego tells us that we are alienated. Okay? This is the story that comes through the ego, that we start to root our belief system of the self. Okay? We start to believe that we are these things. Okay? The truth is that we are everything, everywhere, and nowhere. We permeate all things, unified always, never apart. This unbalanced energy is steeped in the ego, living from the idea of separation. This energy has been allowed to engage in this behavior on this world, this unbalanced behavior on this world. It has been given numerous opportunities to change its direction and move towards balance. Now, in these moments, is a time of transition. The opportunities are present, but diminishing. The opportunities to change, the opportunities to choose balance are diminishing. This unbalanced energy worshipped the unbalanced energy. in that, in other words, the devil, Lucifer, Satan, however you want to define that energy, to empower themselves the same way we worship God or the divine, unity, divinity, source, right? But in these times, the unbalanced energy is diminishing on this world. It is still present, but being pulled away to the Cepheus constellation. The worship of this unbalanced energy is being redirected to a planet in the Cepheus constellation. As this unbalanced energy continues on its trajectory, it begins to root this energy on that world in Cepheus. So as this energy, this unbalanced energy, continues to behave in a way that is not in alignment with Mother Earth's energy field, that energy has to go somewhere. It can't be rooted here. It can't stay here. So the path of that energy is to the Cepheus constellation. So that unbalanced energy isn't rooting itself here. It's rooting itself in Cepheus. It's rooting itself on the planet in the Cepheus constellation that has been selected for it to begin its new journey of transcendence. Okay? Satan, Lucifer, the devil, removes this energy and redirects it to Cepheus. Their continued behavior assures this outcome. Okay, so remember I said that when this source, the divine consciousness, separated itself into duality, it created light and dark. It created love and hate. It created left and right. Okay? And so this energy separated itself, but it embodies itself within these energies. So left and right, top and bottom, black and white are all unity. They're all source energy. Okay? So it's that source energy, that divine source energy, that is pulling this unbalanced energy. It's the unbalanced part of this source energy that is attracting that unbalanced energy and redirecting it to the Cepheus constellation, to this planet in the Cepheus constellation that has been selected for this unbalanced energy. Okay? I hope that makes sense. But again, this is all part of the spiritual laws, the law of attraction, karma, flow, magnetism. Okay? Like attracts like. So it's this unbalanced, that energy that's drawing the unbalanced energy to it, and therefore, and then redirecting it to Cepheus. Okay? It is paramount that we protect our most vulnerable, our children. They will lash out at our most vulnerable to create the most havoc in hopes of achieving their goals, or to create as much damage as possible before being removed. When one taps into the ego fully, this is when we are most separated from our divine self. Because this unbalanced energy is no longer being entertained on this world, in that its vibration does not match that of Mother Earth, the delusion of control and separation are revealed. So, because this unbalanced energy is not matching that of Mother Earth, okay, those individuals who are working towards raising their vibration to match that of Mother Earth's, okay, this higher vibration, they are able to identify this unbalanced energy. So this unbalanced energy can no longer hide itself behind all the, I want to say propaganda. That's the word that keeps coming. All of the propaganda that is projecting, that it's trying to convince people that it is a loving, balanced energy, right? To try to convince us that it's good and it's here to help and support us, okay? To take care of us, right? That in and of itself is a deception, because we are here to find our own divine selves, find our divine connection, so that we understand that we don't need to be taken care of. We take care of the self by taking care of each other, right? It's innate for us to care for one another, to support one another. That's innate from birth, from this plane of existence. From even this 3D level, we are born innately desiring to love and care for one another. We don't need an outside source to care for us, because we care for one another. I hope that makes sense. So the last thing I said is, let's see, its vibration does not match that of Mother Earth. The delusion of control and separation are revealed. These are constructs that do not truly exist. There is only unity, wholeness, unconditional love. If I go back, separation and control are constructs that the ego tells us keep us safe. Okay, the ego tells us when we're in control of our environment, we are safe. The ego tells us when we take care of the self and prioritize the self above all else and control the environment around us, we are safe. Okay? If we truly live from our hearts and connect to our source, true divine source selves, we know that separation is a delusion. Even from this place of living separately in physical bodies, we understand our connection to one another and our unity. Okay? And we understand the importance of supporting one another. And when we embody that from this level of consciousness, know that, understand that, and live from that place, I'm going to say it this way because it came in this way. We are incredibly powerful beings. To be able to see, know, understand, and live from that place, from this level of consciousness, from separate physical bodies. Okay? To know that and understand that all these things are constructs. Control is a construct. Fear is a construct. Right? Separation is a construct. To know and understand that and release it and trust in unity, to trust in our hearts, to trust in that source energy, provides us gifts that are not even, there are no words to describe. Okay? And I'm going to release this. I'm not going to talk about this anymore because I'm going to start repeating myself. I can feel it. So I just want to plant that seed to help people start to understand and play with that and see what that means for you. Okay? It's really important for people to see, hear, understand these words and then transmute it into what is useful for them. Okay? Okay. There will always be energies existing in balance, surrounding and containing these energies choosing imbalance. This 3D level of consciousness, the ego, is the lock that contains these energies to this lower level of consciousness. One must release the ego to transcend. One must release the ego to transcend. That's not something that can be faked. This is a lock placed on the 3D consciousness. This existence is not about winning or being the king of the mountain or being at the top of anything. This is a journey of self-discovery, self-awareness. There is no winning, only wisdom gained from these experiences. This truth diminishes any possibility of any lower vibratory energies from controlling, laying claim to, or usurping Mother Earth. Mother Earth's vibration is rising out of their reach. Our vibration is a key or a code to accessing higher levels of consciousness and protecting our world. Okay, so I've talked about keys and codes in previous videos, and so I just wanted to talk about that really quickly. What I just said was the ego essentially is a lock. Okay, the ego is a lock. Intention, understanding unity, okay, and releasing the ego is a key or a code. Okay, and again, vibration, a lower vibration is a lock to Mother Earth, to accessing Mother Earth. If your vibration does not rise with Mother Earth, you are locked at a lower level of consciousness. The key or code to accessing this higher level vibration of Mother Earth is to raise your vibration to a higher level to match Mother Earth. Okay? And these things cannot be faked. You can't pretend that you're releasing the ego, and you can't pretend you're living from a higher vibration. Okay? The divine source, the divine consciousness is our consciousness. You can't hide these things from the source of all creation. Okay? This energy, the words that have been used to describe such an energy is omniscious and omnipresent, right? It's everything, everywhere. Okay? So then I had some information come in about behavior. So aggressive people respond with aggression. People who act from aggression or fear are drawn to one another, i.e. gangs or clubs, organizations, bullies, right? They're drawn to one another. The same can be said for more balanced energy. So people living from, who want to help. Okay, so a lot of people who are drawn to service to others will work at nonprofit organizations, right? People who want to support and help others grow will maybe become teachers, different types of teachers or instructors, right? Karma, attraction, manifestation, flow, all play a role. Energy is emanated from our DNA, our consciousness, our field, or aura. It draws to us that which we are meant to experience. The variations of this are complex because of our past life experiences as well as present. So when we talk about karma being drawn to us, it's very complex. It's not just about good and bad. It's not just about harming people or being good or kind to people. It is diverse and complex. The depth and breadth of how karma is integrated, experienced and integrated, and then released is very complex. Only because of the complexity of the experiences that each individual consciousness or fractal experiences. Okay? One might wonder when they feel they have nothing to deserve a specific experience, why it is happening. This could be karmic energy going back to past lives. This also has to do with perception. What is bad and good varies by each person's experiences. These experiences affect perception. What I have also experienced in this life is also degrees of bad and good. Your bad is way worse than my bad. This mindset is rooted in judgment. The divine consciousness does not work from degrees of good or bad or perception. From a balanced state, all things are experiences. Perception is how we process the experiences. So when I say intention is paramount, when we're moving through life and we're having to make choices, hard choices, that might make us question our integrity, it always goes down to what your intention was. It might make others question your integrity. It always comes down to what was your intention. All right? You don't owe anybody else an explanation, although you can provide that to them, but it's all about your intention and how you make peace with yourself so you don't carry the guilt and the sadness, okay, and all the unbalanced emotions that might go into such actions. Intention cannot be hidden from the divine consciousness. Intention is both a lock and a key and a code. So if your intention is from an unbalanced place, it's a lock. If your intention is from love, compassion, kindness, balance, open-hearted, service to others, from a place of love and light, it's a key or a code. Okay? 322, March 22nd. The love we put into everything we do is healing and is not for sale. It is the gift that has been given to us, for us. It is not for sale. Our gift of healing is for our world. We will heal our world for free. It is our duty and our light work. We will fill our cup, heal Mother Earth. When we have fulfilled our obligation to our Mother, we will begin our light work throughout the universe. We will focus on healing the universe as a whole. All living beings meant to be on this world, those who remain, are the stewards of this world and the divine consciousness. We are the healers who work from a balanced place to heal this universe from unconditional love. Those who transcend have mastered this emotional body and are provided this privilege. 323, March 23rd. The brain is a physical manifestation of our mind, our consciousness. We each, consciousness, being, interacts on this world. The universe is a physical manifestation of the divine consciousness. Each star constellation, star system interacts the same way as humans do on this world. So the brain, our physical selves, carry our consciousnesses, and we interact with one another on this world as we do every day, okay? The same way that we interact with each other on this world every day. The stars, the constellations, I wrote down Vega, Milky Way, Cepheus, Orion, Cygnus, all these stars, constellations, systems, galaxies, these are all physical manifestations of the divine consciousness. And they all interact the same way we interact on this world. Okay? That just came in today. It was right before I started this video, and so I think I'm just going to not try to elaborate on that, but I am going to see if there's any other information that comes through. I'm just going to share this one last thing. The beginning, when I was clearing my energy, and just again when I was clearing my energy, there is what's the word I want? Counsel that keeps coming through. And in the beginning, I saw these very tall beings, and it reminded me of the council in the Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds. They were on those tall chairs, I guess. And then I saw from the Dark Crystal, when the Skeksis and the Mystics merge at the end, they become these very tall spiritual beings, right? And so there's this idea of this tall, thin energy. And it's white and clear, and then it comes through and it's very angry, and I see this fist drop. I always see this fist drop, and they really want to have some type of punishment for this unbalanced energy. And I keep coming through, and I'm saying we are not coming from that place anymore. Okay, so as Earth transcends, we live from a balanced place. We are master manifestors, people on Earth, Earthlings, and not just humans, the beings in the inner Earth that are meant to be here. The raptors, also Gladiola and her people. We are very powerful manifestors just by what we've been through on this world and what we've endured and what we've overcome. Okay, and we are the first. We are unique in the universe in our ability to manifest. Okay, we are extraordinarily unique on many levels. And as we transcend and as we grow, we will provide healing from a balanced place across the universe. And we will be doing this from unconditional love. Okay, and so this idea of punishment is going to dissipate, just like this unbalanced energy on this world is going to dissipate. Okay, just the same way these possible future outcomes will dissipate as these realities coalesce. Okay, and people call these possible realities timelines, but there are no timelines. But if that makes you feel better, or you're more comfortable with that term, the timelines will start to dissipate and fall away as reality in these moments coalesce. Okay, and so we are changing everything. We are literally changing everything. We are bringing in divine source consciousness from a balanced place onto this world, which will emanate throughout the universe. The same way our DNA carries our karma, and that emanates from our energy field, the energy that we carry on this world will emanate throughout the universe. And in a nutshell, that's why this unbalanced energy is trying to take over this world. It's not going to happen. Everything is happening as at the will of the divine consciousness, at the will of the divine consciousness. And we are all part of that. We are all divine. We all are the divine consciousness, and we are executing that will. Okay? That is for the greater good. Nothing will stop this journey. Nothing will stop the trajectory of this experience. Okay? And I just been called to share my mantra again. I am love. I am light. I am beautiful. I am divine. I will heal this world and myself from the love that is me. Thank you.